taking on the Washington Commanders.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He's got room at the 30.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Second and a couple. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 60 yards.
And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You talk about this Giant defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Here's third and a few inches. They'll run with Gibson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gibson again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Howell will throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Jones looking to change the play. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd and 9 here. Going in motion left, that's Campbell.
Throwing, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Once more, Gibson.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Brought down at the 8-yard line. I'll pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next makes the score. Commanders 28, Giants 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now is 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Sly on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again.
Here's Howell.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well. It's a down inside the 20. First down, Howell to throw. He'll find Gibson here, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Howell out of the shotgun. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
It's Howell with another throw.
And Thomas has it.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 8-yard line.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. There he goes, left side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. His first catch of this 3rd quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
On first down, Howell. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's a give to Gibson.
They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Going quickly here to Thomas. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Gibson.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Jones to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Emmanuel Forbes up from the secondary to make the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Here's Jones looking to throw on second down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll go down at the 28.
162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Complete to Terry McLaurin.
Gibson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Gibson again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Yeah, they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And credit the tackle to Percy Butler.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.